The winds are shifting in Salem, and what's coming next? It's not just shocking, it's deadly. Days of Our Lives spoilers confirm that 3 explosive twists are set to shake the town to its core. There will be blood, there will be betrayal, and when the fallout hits, no one will be safe. Let's break down the 3 biggest stories driving Salem toward chaos this week. Philip Kuryakis has always walked a tightrope between privilege and danger, charm and chaos. But this week, his balance slips, and the fall is brutal. Late one night, Philip is ambushed in cold blood, an attack so sudden and violent, it sends him straight to the hospital in critical condition. He's found bloodied, barely conscious, with no witnesses and no clear motive. But in Salem, every wound tells a story. And this one leads straight back to the Kuryakis mansion, where secrets have a long memory. Almost immediately, suspicion turns to Xander Kuryakis. He's volatile, he's unpredictable, and let's face it, he's got history with violence and betrayal. But as the dust settles, something doesn't add up. Because Philip's recent closeness with Doug Williams III has raised red flags, not just inside the mansion, but far beyond it. Doug has ties to the wrong people. Old debts, dark favors, dangerous associations, and Philip, in trying to cover for him, may have gotten himself caught in the crossfire. The attack wasn't a robbery. It wasn't random. It was a message, brutal and personal. And the deeper the police dig, the messier it gets. Xander may face arrest. The Kuryakis' name could be dragged through scandal. But behind the scenes, a darker question begins to rise. Was this about Philip, or about something much bigger? Because in Salem, blood on the floor usually means truth buried underneath it. Meanwhile, over in the DiMera orbit, love is being replaced by something colder. Sharper, more dangerous. Johnny DiMera and Chanel Dupree have fought to stay together through scandal, secrets, and family sabotage. But what's coming next could destroy them for good. In a confrontation that starts with quiet concern and ends in heartbreak, Chanel voices a suspicion she can't keep buried any longer. What if Johnny shot EJ? She doesn't say it with anger. She says it with fear. Because deep down, something doesn't sit right. Johnny's stalling on their adoption plans. He's distant, restless, uneasy in his own skin. And then there's that night. The gun, the confrontation, the moment of silence between father and son before the shot rang out. Yes, Johnny had a weapon. Yes, he aimed it at his father. But did he pull the trigger? Chanel doesn't know, and that uncertainty is tearing them apart. She tries to believe in him. She wants to, but the doubt? It's already doing damage. What follows is raw, a storm of anger, heartbreak, and disbelief. Johnny swears he's innocent. He begs Chanel to trust him. But the seed of betrayal is already growing. And just as the rift between them widens, a chilling revelation looms. Johnny might not be the shooter at all. Spoilers suggest someone else, someone no one is watching, may have pulled the trigger. And if that truth surfaces, everything changes. Johnny's name cleared. Chanel's guilt multiplied, and a new suspect stepping into the light, with a much darker agenda. But even if Johnny is innocent, the damage may already be done. Because in Salem, love can be fragile, but betrayal? That lasts forever. EJ DiMera has been called a lot of things: ruthless, arrogant, manipulative. But one label never sticks: powerless. Even after nearly dying from a bullet wound, EJ isn't resting. He's reloading. While others see weakness, he sees opportunity. And from his hospital bed, he's already making his next move. That move? Buying the hospital. He pitches it to Bell Black as a lifeline for a struggling institution. He talks about the patients, the staff, the funding crisis, the community. It sounds noble, almost heroic. But Bell knows better. Because with EJ, nothing is ever just what it seems. And this offer? It's too smooth, too fast, too rehearsed. She hears the buzzwords: stability, expansion, partnership. But behind those words, she hears the real language of a DiMera: control, leverage, dominance. Spoilers suggest that EJ's real target isn't charity, it's access. Specifically, access to the hospital's private research division, where experimental drug trials are being quietly developed, trials that include a classified treatment for Bo Brady and potentially others on the verge of medical breakthroughs. If EJ owns the hospital, he controls the flow of information. He controls the science. And most dangerously, he controls who gets access to what, and when. That means monopoly over life-saving medications, insider power in the growing biotech market, and an arsenal of leverage to wield against anyone blocking his path back to the top of DiMera Enterprises. He isn't just buying property. He's acquiring a throne. And Belle, for all her legal training and emotional investment in EJ, starts to feel the chill. This isn't about healthcare. This is a corporate coup in a white coat. The advisors EJ's already assembling? They're loyalists. The donations he's fast-tracking? Image boosters. The community board he claims to respect? A pawn. And if no one calls him out, if Belle doesn't take a stand, EJ won't just run the hospital. He'll own the heartbeat of Salem itself. This isn't just an ordinary week in Salem. This is a collision course, where ambition, betrayal, and revenge are driving three explosive storylines toward a shared destination: disaster. Philip Kuryakis lies bloodied in a hospital room, the victim of a savage ambush, a man caught in someone else's crosshairs, but whose silence may cost him everything. Behind the blood, a message waits to be decoded, and the Kuryakis' legacy may hang in the balance. Johnny DiMera, reeling from the accusation that he tried to kill his own father, stands heartbroken as Chanel questions the very foundation of their love. The gun, the hesitation, the guilt. Is Johnny a murderer, or is he just the perfect scapegoat in someone else's deadly scheme? And EJ DiMera, once the victim, now ascends, disguising his empire building beneath the veil of compassion. With the hospital in his sights and biotech secrets within reach, he's not just recovering. He's reprogramming the future of Salem in his image. This is no longer about who's right or wrong. It's about who survives the storm, and who gets swallowed by it. The lines between friend and enemy are fading. Old alliances are cracking. And the secrets buried beneath Salem's surface? They're about to erupt. Because this week, Days of Our Lives doesn't just bring drama. It brings reckoning. So here's the question: who will survive the storm? And who will be consumed by it? Because in Salem, chaos isn't random. It's calculated, cold, personal. As bullets fly, secrets detonate, and masks come off, only one truth remains: no one is safe. Not the power players, not the innocent bystanders, not even the ones pulling the strings. So don't look away, not for a second. Because what's coming next won't just test loyalties. It will redefine them. Allegiances will crumble, old wounds will reopen, and the line between justice and revenge will vanish entirely. Tap subscribe, hit that bell, and stay right here, because Days of Our Lives is entering a phase where every look has weight, and every silence has consequences. And in Salem, every bullet has a name. Every betrayal has a consequence. And every DiMera move is never just strategy, it's war.